Y'all wanna play some D&D?
You want the Dungeons and Dragons experience, but you have a busy life. You have 5,000 words just explaining how to be an elf and a fighter? Like to have pointy ears and swing a sword? If only there were like a booklet that captured the same fun fantasy experience as D&D, but it lets you create characters in mere minutes. Well, that'll never happen. So yeah, I guess D&D just isn't in the cards for you. Oh my. Hey, I'm Bob. This is where we learn how to have more fun playing RPGs together. And this little game, with the same core rules as Dungeons and Dragons, will get you actually playing the game in minutes. It's called Shadowdark, and here's how you make a character, ultra speed version first. Go to shadowdarklings.net, click Create a Character. Probably ignore all these options, but know that there are lots of fun options. Click Random Level 1 Character with Best Fit Stats, Generate Character, scroll down to Export, click PDF, and you're done. You can also customize some parts of the character when using this site, but now let's make our own fully customized Level 1 character by hand. We just need dice, the free downloadable character sheet, or some paper, and a few minutes to go over all the options. Step 1, roll, choose, or make up your character's background. These skills from before they became an adventurer can be leveraged to gain advantage on checks according to your game master. You can pause here to see the full table, or just print your own quick start booklet since it's a free PDF linked below. And by the way, it does come with 8 pre-made characters. Step 2, stats. Roll 3d6, adding the results together for each character stat in order. That's the as Crom intended method, but Game Master permitting, you can choose your own fate by organizing those 6 numbers to match the character concept you already have in mind. To be clear, these are the same 6 stats as official D&D with the same table for modifiers. Record those too. Step 3, choose your character's ancestry, roll for it, or make one up. Dwarves are brave, stalwart folk, as sturdy as the stone kingdoms they carve inside mountains. They know the common and dwarvish languages and get a talent called Stout. Start with +2 HP at character creation, and whenever you roll for more HP at a level up, dwarves have advantage. Roll twice, take the higher result. Elves are ethereal, graceful people who revere knowledge and beauty. They see far and live long. Got common, elvish, and sylvan languages and farsight. +1 to attack rolls with ranged weapons, or +1 to spellcasting checks. You choose. Goblins are green, clever beings who thrive in dark, cramped places as fierce as they are tiny. They know common, goblin, and have keen senses, so they can never be surprised. Halflings are small, cheery country folk with a mischievous streak. They know common, and they're stealthy. Once per day, you can become invisible for 3 rounds. Though I personally don't take that as magically invisible, so some actions may draw attention in my game anyway. Half-orcs are towering, tusked warriors who are as daring as humans and as relentless as orcs. Common, orcish, and mighty. +1 to attack and damage rolls with melee weapons. And humans. Bold, adaptable, and diverse people who learn quickly and accomplish mighty deeds. Humans know common, +1 language of your choice, and they are ambitious, getting an additional class talent at level 1. And step 4, choose a class, roll for it, or make one up. Note, this booklet and the core rulebook have a fighter, priest, thief, and wizard. But if you want more class options, you can download the Ranger and Bard for free, or check out the Cursed Scrolls zines with a couple new classes each, bringing you to 14 official Shadowdark classes, or check out Delve, my book, with Evantier games with new classes including the Golemancer, the Shadow Dancer, this slimy guy, plus monstrous ancestries like the Stoneborn, Medusae, and more. Delve is coming soon, links to all that below. But we'll keep it simple, the fighter. Blood-soaked gladiators in dented armor, acrobatic duelists with darting swords, or far-eyed elven archers who carve their legends with steel and grit. They can use all weapons and armor, get 1d8 HP per level, and start with 3 talents, carrying extra gear, choosing a favored weapon that gets +1 to attack and damage rolls, and choosing strength or dex to gain advantage on most checks using that stat. Priests have more cool flavor text, they must use some specific weapons but can use all armor, and they get 1d6 HP per level, an extra language, the Turn Undead spell for free, a deity, a holy symbol, and spellcasting. We'll cover that in a minute, but like literally 1 minute from now, because this is all that simple. Thieves have specific weapons and armor, 1d4 HP per level, and 2 awesome talents. Backstab and thievery, for always having advantage on all the things a thief should be good at. Wizards have only daggers, staves, no armor, 1d4 HP per level, but 4 extra languages, can learn extra spells from scrolls, and have the spellcasting talent. And these other talent tables at the bottom of each class, you roll on it at level 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 for a random new talent, but all the results are great, so don't worry about it being random. Step 5, choose an alignment, lawful, chaotic, or neutral, then write down your character's title. That's fun. And choose a deity if you're playing a priest, or just because that's cool too. And step 6, roll 2d6 times 5 for gold pieces and buy your starting gear. Then come up with an awesome fantasy name for your character. And spellcasting is really simple compared to official D&D. Rather than selecting and preparing a certain number of spells each day based on your class and talents, then tracking leveled spell slots that do not align with the levels of your character, it's just like this. Choose the spells you know, cast them as many times as you want. Okay, until you fail a spellcasting check for that spell and lose it for the rest of the day. So yes, you must roll to cast every spell, just as fighters roll to use every weapon, but this means casters too can critically succeed to boost spell effects, or critically fail, in which case priests must perform a penance for their deity, and wizards roll a random mishap as their spell goes haywire. This booklet has about 30 spells, and the core rules have about 90. That's plenty. Reminder, this kind of simplicity is not only easy, but necessary for many folks who want to play D&D. So I'm not saying less is inherently better. Many people seem to prefer poring over crunchy mechanics and building a uniquely awesome character. It's like a game in itself, and that is cool. But less is definitely more efficient for getting to the primary D&D experience, where you pretend to be an elf and fight monsters with your friends. Now, another crucial difference is tone. Official D&D characters are medieval-themed superheroes with way more hit points and can do way more things on any given turn. Shadowdark characters become surprisingly heroic at mid to high levels, but are pretty vulnerable for a while. So you may want to tack on a few extra hit points depending on the degree of danger that your group finds fun. But if you want to see just how similar these two games are, check out this video on your screen. Remember to like if you found this one helpful, and consider joining my Patreon to get extra videos and support the channel. Thank you, and keep building.